And we are live. Hello. Hi, Pearl. I'm so glad to meet you finally because I heard so many great things from you and from others about you, and playing with you now is the first opportunity. And it's a game I wrote. It's called Makeup Moments. It was published in Codex Glamour 2. And it's a game of putting on makeup together online. It's a LAOG, a live action online game, which means that for the actual playtime, we are 100% in character. And we use our webcam as a mirror. We put makeup on live after making characters together. And we go through this process step by step. Um, we will um, we will be great in what we are doing. So this is not about skill, but we are just by defining our characters as experts in makeup. We are great in doing makeup, and still we can make recommendations. For safety reasons, sometimes we might want to interrupt the game, and we can do that by making the visual X card, and then we can quickly rearrange a detail which we introduced or stop the game. Possibly we can then discuss that. This is a game because we are in front of a mirror. We might also move around. So anytime you feel like you want to get like a specific accessory, or need to go to the toilet or something to drink, it's all part of the game. It also means we don't need to make breaks because we just can go away and say we'll be back. However, it's a short game, so I don't think we will have to make breaks. I will share the rule book with you now via shared screen and guide us through the process of how the structure of the game works. So first of all, we need a setup. We need to decide together about what kind of meeting our characters have. So what is the case is that our characters are actually together in one room. We might play it virtual reality style, that we're actually not in one room, but the standard, I would say, for the first time we play it together makes more sense. But we need to decide to which event we go. We went to a similar event already in the past, so we have something to talk about from last time we went. Last time we did something like that. And we will also define like what kind of makeup style we need to wear and what kind of relationships our characters have, and also the kind of tension our characters have. That all comes handy in a random table. However, we are also free to simply choose from that table, or we roll d6s until we have our setup together. After we have created the setup, we go for character creation, which also means that in the setup, although we talk about relationship and tension there, we shouldn't go into too many details for characters, but that is what we do in character creation. And you see the bullet points, or the lipstick points, better to say, on the character creation side on the next page. After we are done with character creation, we introduce our characters and will then make a small break, like an actual break where we switch our cameras off and stretch ourselves, taking a deep breath. And after 2 minutes of break, we come back and play for exactly 40 minutes. So we have a lot of time for makeup. We can also remove something again. We can do breaks. We can just calmly looking at each other and do nothing. That's also part of the game. So there doesn't have to be constant talking or anything. We can also end the game earlier than 40 minutes if we think that the game is actually over, or we are done, or we are fed up. And we just say, I'm nearly done. Let's get our beautiful selves out there. And then the game has 2 more minutes for everybody to finish everything, and then it's over. But after 40 minutes, it's definitely over.
Okay.
And yeah, when the time is over, we do a checkout in character. So we say goodbye and it's over. and say farewell or wish us luck, whatever is necessary. And then we do another 2 minutes break and return off character. So we leave our characters behind mentally, again, stretch our body if necessary, and return as Pearl and Gerrit again. And the next 2 pages are simply guides and prompts. So since this is a LAOG, we don't suggest stuff, but we have to bring it in directly. Like we can't say, wouldn't it be nice that we have an aunt together who already went to such events 30 years ago? We can't say that. We just have to bring that aunt up, and then it's in the game. This is
I
why
see you
sometimes,
using like traditional role playing, sort of a yes and type.
it's you have to embrace the yes and a little bit more, because there's no space in a live action game for negotiation.
Yeah, like someone brings up our aunt, we're not allowed to be like, we don't have an aunt, because like why
Yeah.
would someone reference our aunt
And if we really don't agree, then we do the X and say, we do it differently.
Okay.
It's good to think about like what you also might have experienced in your life, what kind of emotional journey putting makeup on actually is. So for me personally, it's something very intimate. It's something I do with people I trust only. It's something which makes me excited in an over-the-top way. Sometimes it's something which makes me vulnerable, and but also I feel powerful. So it's a wild mixture of different emotions I have when transforming from my day self to my going out self, for example.
Sure.
And there are, under emotional journey, there are a couple of suggestions what kind of emotions you could try to consider bringing into your character's emotional journey. And
Actually,
finally, pardon?
go ahead. No, go ahead.
And finally, there's a point, talk makeup. So for those who haven't been in such situations or so often yet in their life, there are a couple of things which usually happen when people put makeup on together. Like they ask for an opinion about a decision they have to make. They proactively help somebody or with an idea, or they celebrate what they are doing. And sometimes people also give themselves a kiss through the mirror to see how that looks like.
I know I've made those like
Yeah,
faces, you know.
exactly. Yes. Yeah. And after play, we can use our smartphones to make selfies from ourselves and send them to the other participants. And if we are really courageous, we can also post them online and use the hashtag makeup moments LAOG.
Sure.
And then everybody can find them. Yeah. That's all. So, do you have questions? Shall something you would
Not
like
really.
to know?
I I don't know whether you prefer to roll for the set of things or discuss them. It looks like either one is fine.
So,
So I'm happy to go with your preference there.
my suggestion would be that I roll a d6 and we then choose which item from that line we pick.
Okay. And do that
So,
for each line.
yeah, I roll a
Oh,
d6.
I guess across. Okay.
I have a 3. So we could go to theater. We can be best friends forever. Our makeup style could be flashy, or the tension is blossoming intimacy.
I mean, all of those sound fun. So
Yes.
it's like it's a fun one to have rolled.
I think I would like to go to theater.
That sounds fun. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Then we do makeup for a performance.
And so are we in the performance of the theater? Or are we going to watch something at the theater?
That's our decision.
Okay.
What would you prefer? If it's a Rocky Horror Picture Show, then we might also be in the audience.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Okay. Well, let's just keep it theater for now, and then as we
Mhm.
discuss the other things, it'll make more sense.
Well, let's see. We have another 3,
Oh, well.
and I like the blossoming intimacy.
I was gonna say I would take either blossoming intimacy or flashy probably before best
Yeah.
friends forever.
Yeah. since we just get to know each other in real, I think blossoming intimacy is describing also what we are doing in this game.
Yeah. And I want it to be fun, but not too silly. And I feel like BFFs could get like really goofy almost if we weren't careful. So that'll be interesting. So blossoming intimacy at the theater.
I have a 1. And so it could be extravaganza, the makeup style, or we are formal rivals, which could mean that on stage we are rivals.
Interesting. Well, so okay, if we do extravaganza, that will just make for fun makeup, I imagine. Former rivals. If we're rivals on stage, that means we just do like radically different styles of makeup, possibly to differentiate characters.
Yes.
Oh, both of those sound good too. Clearly, I just need to play this game more often.
Indeed, yeah. And the last I rolled is a 2, which would mean elegant. I would say we should interpret this as the kind of theater performance we go to, and not necessarily our makeup style, because I'm not sure if I can do elegant.
I mean, we can also re-roll for that one, or just pick one if elegant. I mean, it's 7 a.m. here, so I slept like 2 hours. Elegant is not going to be my strong point at this time of the morning either. So
we have a 4, which is seductive. That's a 7 a.m.
Yeah. My sexiest time of day is when I slept for 2 hours and can like only sort of open my eyes. I will pull it off as best I can.
Yeah, I always like seductive because a good reason why I put on makeup was because I was in a flirtative mood. So
well, and it's interesting too, because what seductive looks like for a person putting on the makeup and for whom they're putting it on potentially could be very different. I've known people who would do the full vampy, like dark red lipstick and eyeliner and like a whole thing and lots of contouring, and I've known people who like seductive is like coy girl next door type thing. For me, if you want to be seductive, I'm a straight woman, and I really like when men wear like eyeliner and I don't know if you have over there the show Umbrella Academy, but there's a character named Klaus he does not wear like full makeup, but he just has enough of it that I don't know, he would fit it in a Rocky Horror crowd as one of the milder audience members, I think. So
I agree. So
yeah.
Blossoming intimacy between us, while we are on stage formal rivals, and possibly have a vision for where our theater should go, in which direction.
Are we like backstage before the show, maybe like in the dressing room next to each other, getting ready to go on stage as rivals?
Like in one of those mirrors with golden bulbs, light bulbs.
Yes, I'm very familiar with them. They get very warm, which makes sense given that I just burned my hand.
Too close to home for you already.
Yeah, I think when we take our little 2-minute break, I'm going to make a bigger Band-Aid.
Right. Yeah.
But that's a cool setup. Good rolling.
I love it. Yeah. Character creation, and then we're already here for character creation. So for your character, think about, and we can both do that for ourselves and then present the character. Okay. The first thing is your favorite color is your name.
Okay. I'm gonna grab a notebook.
Yeah, I do so.
To turn the camera or anything, but I'm just gonna grab one because if I don't write things down, I forget them. I should have thought of this in advance, but I didn't. But I know there's one around here. Also, I'm sorry I'm wearing a bathrobe. I do have a dress on underneath.
Yeah.
I had to take the dog out, and it kind of makes sense for backstage to be wearing a robe, although I feel like I should be more floofy. Where are my notebooks? I have like 1,000 notebooks.
I will also get like my bathrobe.
Awesome. We'll match. There we go.
All right.
I'm wondering, I do have like sort of more floofy peignoir style. I mean, it would be more like a 50s style that would wear, right? But like the, gauzy
Oh,
robe type things. And I'm wondering if for the theater that would be more fun.
yes.
But I can always do that in the break if it comes up.
Yes, we will have time for it. So I will write my name down.
I think I have a notebook and not a pencil. Ah, here's a pen. Let's see if this works. Huzzah, it does. Okay.
So first favorite color is your name. You might also want to have a nickname. I will think about that later. Now, like a quick idea of your background, like whatever you think is necessary to know, like profession or your heritage, your gender, your class, and so forth.
Do we think this is like a community theater production or like a fancy theater production?
Let's go fancy.
I mean, I guess do we pick extravagant as one of the things? So yeah, okay. So
well,
like
we have seductive and yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
that's right.
but I
Theater
would say
rival.
it doesn't have to be like super fancy, but like I consider it urban, like for an urban audience.
Yeah, I mean, when I think of stage makeup, I think of sort of a little bit excessive because obviously you need the people in the back to be able to see. This is like from my literal stage experience. So
Absolutely.
Milo, are you all right there, bud? And my dog was making weird noises. So yeah, I automatically go into like put on way more makeup than you ordinarily would. People, in the back of the theater need to see you, but in this particular setup, maybe I'll dial that back a little bit so I don't look clownish up close, or maybe I want to look clownish up close because that's what I would actually look like on stage. I'll have to think about that. So name's the favorite color, and then the next thing is just sort of a general personality trait type thing.
Yeah, like a profession or heritage, whatever you consider relevant. Like I can tell you already, I picked that. I was a poster boy for Playgirl.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's awesome.
That's my background.
I'm going to be a failed opera singer.
Like
my singing wasn't good enough, but my acting was. So now I'm in acting, but secretly I wanted maybe musical theater, but like that. Yeah. Cool. My initial start was in a different form of theater a bit, and I've had to scale it back.
Next question. What about you impresses others most when at an event like the one you are going to, so at theater? So what about you impresses others most when on stage?
Presumably not my singing.
I already know something. Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited.
So I put stage presence, sort of a command of the stage, which is probably what would have gotten me through the hiccup in the singing problem. So like I had enough presence that people were willing to give me a chance in other productions.
Oh.
That's my guess.
Mine is very mundane. I usually put a lot of oil on my chest, and I
love it.
have a trained body, so it's shiny.
Yeah, no,
it's
like
all
Rocky,
shiny
from Rocky Horror Picture Show style, right?
Yes, yeah. Maybe I'm a little bit inspired there.
I mean, there are worse things to gather inspiration from when doing theater makeup.
So what are you most afraid could go wrong at the event? So what could go wrong for you personally?
So that's an interesting one because we've got the two aspects, like the professional aspect and the personal aspect, right?
Yeah.
So it's like what could go wrong professionally would be like forgetting your lines or There's that one scene with the sword fight that I've never really gotten the choreography to, or something like that. But professionally, that like we're supposed to be rivals, but we've got a blossoming intimacy, and I want to make sure we seem very rivalrous.
Yeah.
So I don't know, one or both of those.
Yeah, well, I might again pick the mundane option that my costume drops in an unfortunate way on the floor. And what do you have?
I haven't decided between the two. I need to do that. So I want something that would influence like what we were talking about. The idea of the clothes falling off. That actually happened to me once in a burlesque show where detachable pants came off before they were supposed to, but not all the way off, just off everything but one foot. So that was an exciting moment. But I like the idea that it's something that, in addition to the makeup, you could be like, could you check my shirt and make sure that it's fully tied on or whatever it is. If I can think of something like that, I'd like to. So maybe let me leave that slot open for a moment, and I'm going to think for one more minute and fill it in, if that's okay. Unless that's the last question, in which case I will just make myself decide. Are you purposefully gone? Hello? Oh dear. Bother. Come back. Why? Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
My internet was gone.
I thought maybe it was mine. Mine's been.
Yeah.
I guess I should warn you in advance that mine occasionally goes out for a few minutes. Like, hopefully it won't during this game, but every once in a while it just decides it doesn't work. And then, oh no, are you gone again? I see you.
Yeah. I hope
Okay.
I'm still here.
Was that your internet, or should I be like
Okay.
checking my router?
Yeah, I hope it's getting more stable in a few minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm now on Wi-Fi. My LAN connection broke down. But I hope it's getting better again.
Okay.
So what does putting on makeup mean to you? Is the last part.
Interesting. You were talking before we started about sort of what it's meant to you in real life, and I have a bunch of different things it's meant to me in real life as a performer and otherwise.
Yeah, and I like to play close to home. So for me, it is breaking out of my gender conformity.
That makes sense. I think for me, there's a Milo Hash Bud. Hello again.
Hello again. Yeah.
So I think what I'm putting is that I feel a tension between wanting to appear beautiful and not wanting to feel like boxed in by traditional glamorous beauty standards, because that has been a tension for me as a performer. Is wanting to do makeup that makes me feel good about my face and my appearance and matches my character and isn't just like the standard, contour this way. I actually was in a group for a while where my makeup was criticized basically daily by someone in the management, and I was the only woman in the cast who got that treatment because we basically were sent YouTube videos to emulate, only they had completely different like face shapes and coloring than I did, so the makeup just looked bad on me. And then the other two women in the show were both beautiful but much more close in appearance. So I already stood out from them, and then on top of it, so like I was paler, and so no amount of contouring I ever did was enough. For example, they were like, "Your face doesn't show up on stage," and I was like, "I feel like I look like a Dickensian street urchin. Like I have put more bronzer up under my cheekbones, and like it got ridiculous." So I think that's what's going to be my feeling, is this tension between wanting to feel beautiful and not wanting to feel like I'm not beautiful without the makeup, or that I have to fit somebody else's idea of beautiful. Because that's a set of emotions that I know well and would be interested in exploring outside of the context of that being my actual professional life.
Exactly.
So I'll write that down.
So now we have done this together. I haven't told you my name yet, and I call myself Violet.
Oh, lovely. I was thinking, I'm having trouble because I vacillate between two favorite colors. So either emerald or sapphire, I think, for a green or a blue. I'm trying to think of which appeals to me more at the moment. Or opal. I really love opals, but they're not really one color, are they?
Emerald sounds.
Emerald's a good name. Okay, so
sounds
emerald.
good. Yeah.
All right, emerald. The failed.
Think of the gem.
Yes. I have an emerald necklace and earrings. Maybe I'll put them on just as a my namesake things.
So I'm Violet. I'm summarizing what I have done. I was a Playgirl poster boy, and so appealing to the audience who reads Playgirl, which is mainly gay men, I think. My oily chest is what sticks out on stage, and I'm afraid that my costume could drop to the floor.
Hold on a second. You cut out most of that.
I'm afraid that my costume could drop on the floor while I'm on stage. And and I love my makeup because it allows me to escape from my gender conformity and the role I'm supposed to have in this world. And on stage now, finally, I can do something completely different. Yeah. And who is Emerald? Mm-hmm.
Lovely. Hello?
Hello? Yeah.
I can see you now.
Okay.
And hear you, so hopefully it'll stay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're Violet.
I'm Violet, and you are Emerald.
Okay. Yes.
Oh.
So yeah, if you could just restate for me, just so I have it in my mind.
Yeah. Shall I restate who Violet is? Did I get that correctly?
Your beginning of character thing, since I lost you for it.
Yeah. So Violet,
Pardon?
I reintroduce myself, right? It's like a back and forth of bad connection, as it seems.
In and out of audio, so I'm just trying to keep up.
So I'm Violet, Playgirl poster boy. And I work on that theater because everybody loves my oily chest on stage. And with my micro costume, I'm afraid of losing the last part of my costume as well. And I like to escape my gender conformity with my makeup. I hope you could hear me. Hi, Pearl. I can't see you anymore. And I'm not sure.
Okay. See
Are
me
you back?
either? Oh,
Or
now I can
am
see
I
you.
back? That's not.
You're back,
I was gone.
as far as I can tell.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, I had audio only for the last minute.
Your picture is freeze on my, but like only temporarily, and then you're back again.
There you are again.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you not see me?
I can see you. Yeah.
Okay. So I can see you now and hear you again. So that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You seem to be back, like, officially now. So should I introduce Emerald or?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Emerald really wanted to go into opera or maybe even just musical theater, but just doesn't quite have the voice for it. But luckily, what she does have is a lot of stage presence. And so someone out there picked up on that and gave her a chance, and now she works in the theater. And she tries to just be grateful for that career, but like a little twinge of her still wishes she were out there singing. The thing she's most nervous about is I think she's going to wear a wig. Like at the end of putting on her makeup, she'll add her wig. And she's worried that her wig will come askew and she won't notice, and she'll be on stage with her hair at a weird angle.
Ooh.
And her emotion is the tension between wanting to be beautiful to the audience and whoever else, and not wanting to have to look a certain way to fit, like Milo, to fit sort of an external standard of beauty that she doesn't necessarily feel is like her at her most beautiful, right? Like it's a homogenized beauty she's less interested in. So.
All right. Now we should tell each other what we envy or admire about each other. So I have two things I admire about you. One thing is I admire your voice. It might not have been good enough for professional opera, but it's still a wonderful voice, and I could just listen to you talking all day long. And
That's
especially when you go on
lovely.
stage and have this such a characteristic voice in every character you perform. Wow. The second is I admire that although you seem to have failed in what was your career ambition, it doesn't bother you so much, but you just move on and find something new. And I wonder if I could do the same one day, if I consider theater not my thing, if I find something else and still move on.
Lovely. I think one of the things I most admire about you is that, given your playgirl, physique and whatever, I don't feel like you rely on just having that feature, but you also have like considerable acting skills and are working always to create a performance that's really meaningful for the audience rather than coasting on good looks or something like that. Um, where I feel like many people in the industry would just, they can get the part based on looking like whatever, then just show up. But I feel like you bring your A game to every performance, and I think that's really wonderful. Um, and I think I'm a bit envious of, like in a positive way, but still of the way that you are able to embrace sort of that physical beauty thing without seeming too self-conscious about it, right? Like you oil up and you wear your costume, and I'm like here feeling nervous about like, does my makeup really express, and like am I pretty enough and all that, but you just are out there, so you've got a great combination of sort of the natural good looks that you aren't afraid to play into, but you also don't rely on them at the same time, and the combination of those two things is lovely.
Thank you. I understand now why there's a blossoming intimacy in play. um, yeah. Are you okay with doing our 2 minutes break and then coming back in character?
Sure.
Wonderful. Then see you in the dress-up room of our theater
Okie dokie.
in quarter past, I would say 15. Makes sense.
Yes. Okay.
Mhm. Goodbye, Pearl.
Bye for now.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Hi, Emerald. Oh, oh, you're muted. Yeah.
I
Sorry,
lost
I
my
had my
voice
headphones and I
there.
couldn't hear
Sorry.
you.
No,
Yeah.
you know, I get a frog in my throat a bit sometimes, but better before the show than during, you know.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Whoa. We still have an hour. Still enough
Yeah.
time. Is there?
I mean, it is enough time, but I always feel like I mess up something and need to redo it. So I'm glad we've got a bit of extra time, especially since I burned my hand on that stage light the other day, and
Oh,
so
no.
I know it was my own stupid thing, but
No, but Harold is supposed to take care that these old lamps are being replaced. Wait,
yeah, not fast enough apparently.
sorry.
So they get very warm. Word to the wise. But I mean, it'll be fine. It's just a little thing. But hands are the worst for that kind of thing, you know, because we use them for obviously
Yeah.
putting on the makeup and any, you know, lots of stuff we do on stage. So just ignore that I have like freaky alien skin on my hand, and we should be good.
That suits your role. I mean, you're playing an alien, so
Yeah.
I would say that's perfect.
Yeah, well, and I burned my arm the other day too, so maybe I just have like fake alien skin grafts all over me, and it's just not scripted.
Woo! I love it.
I mean, it's a wild production anyway, right? So let's just roll with it, I think. Um,
Look at this. I have this concealer. Do you think it makes sense to first put like some concealer today? Because I feel I haven't slept well for like 10 days.
I mean, you look great to me,
Have
but I
you?
know that like under stage lights, it brings out, you know, if you have any like dark circles, at least for me, I feel like I see pictures of myself on stage and I'm like, ugh. I was actually going to
Oh,
ask you the
yeah.
same thing. You know, I don't like to wear a ton of foundation and whatever else, but I've been feeling like maybe, you know, I should be upping my makeup game a bit. Do you think, I mean, I have like a couple of different options. You know, I have like a foundation and like a primer.
Oh,
Oh, and
yeah.
I'm dropping things. A primer and a BB cream and powder and all the things. But I don't want to be. I don't want to look like my skin is made of wax. I mean, I know I'm an alien and all, but still, I don't want it to be so overly makeup that I feel.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, we are on stage, so I don't
Yeah.
know. Based on last performance, what did you think? Do you think I should do like a full face of the heavy foundation and the concealer and everything, just to be safe?
Let's do so. I mean,
Okay.
it isn't as hot as last time. I know about burning lamps, but it should also stick on your face this time.
Yeah. Better.
Sorry. I was still thinking about this bunny actor, like the guy who is playing that bunny. He must be sweating so much. Oh my god.
With all that
And
grease paint all over his face.
I'm so sorry for him.
Do that.
You know, you know what I heard the other day, that the director was saying that whoever performs the worst will be the next bunny next season. I think
Oh no.
that was really upsetting to me.
Yeah, that
I
doesn't
thought
seem.
this is not
Come
about
on.
competition here.
No, we're supposed to all be having camaraderie. I mean, maybe on stage we're rivals, but I don't feel like we're rivals
Yes.
otherwise.
And
And also I mean, the importance of a funny character in a show is not to be underestimated. I don't think. You know, like you wouldn't want to give it to the worst performer because comedic timing is so hard to get right. So that doesn't even make sense. So, okay, I'm going to hold up a couple of things. Tell me which ones, if any, or all you think I should use.
I have
So
to
I've
check
got like
here.
these are like
Okay.
like they fill in your pores to make it smoother. And I assume that this
Mhm.
does the same thing. It's a new one. It's a mattifying face primer
Ooh. Oh,
with your
that's
makeup.
Julie, isn't it? The
Yeah.
brand? Yeah.
So maybe that
It's
one you think.
magic. Yeah, try
So I'll
that,
try that
please.
one.
Just I want to have a look how it looks like.
All right, I'll try that one, and then maybe
Yeah.
after that, I'll try concealer under my eyes the way you did because I think you're
Yeah.
always good with that kind of thing. I never know what I'm doing. 'Cause
You know, I grew this beard like, and because I thought it looks more masculine. But it
Well,
just makes me look old.
it doesn't make you look old. I think it makes you look both masculine and not old. I realize that's not super articulate, but I'm kind of focusing on two things at once. What with the makeup, but
Okay.
I think, I know you worry sometimes about your appearance, but really, I mean, most people I know in the business, for better or for worse, who had your kind of looks would just take the pretty boy parts, and not really delve into the characters, I don't think. But when I'm on stage with you, I really feel, I don't feel like your rival here backstage, but when we get on stage, you're so convincing with your acting that it really does feel like, like we're rivals and have all this enmity and whatever else. So
until I open my mouth.
you're so critical. It's silly. But
okay.
so far, I feel like this is just making me look shinier, but maybe it makes the makeup stick on better or something. It says mattifying. Do I feel
Mattifying it is. Yeah, I love it.
okay?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with it. I'm gonna believe you. So over that, presumably, I'm so bad with the order of makeup thing. I have foundation and powder, but like, do I put the other things on? What order does it all go in? I have this I think it's from when I was a teenager, Acne Solutions foundation, but it's like a good match for my skin.
Yeah.
But then I've also got these like BB creams, which I've never, they're like between a foundation and like a sunblock, and I have a bunch of them. So do you have one you think would be good? Should I just go for the full foundation, like full coverage?
It's not that you need it, but it's still theater. And we don't know how it will look like from the last row of seats.
That is a really good point.
I'm also thinking about like putting something really flashy on.
Yeah.
But like, there's so many colors and I can't decide. Do you have an idea? Can you see?
Oh. Here, let me look closer here. Oh, they're really pretty.
I
They
think the
look really
green
shiny.
ones.
I was gonna say, I mean,
Or
me,
silver?
emerald. I like green things. Oh, I forgot to put on my signature necklace and everything. I'll have to go put that on in a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it'd be interesting, especially since we're rivals. Even if it's just in our own mind.
Indeed, yeah.
You wear my signature color.
We can be friends as much as we want here backstage, but on stage, I will beat you.
So
I
I'm
will be
putting
the
right
number
now.
one. I will be the number one.
Oh, singing.
You know that song? Yeah.
I love to sing. You have such a lovely voice. My voice has
Sure.
never been enough for.
Your voice is perfect. Come on.
Oh, thank you.
I love your voice.
Most of the casting directors around here don't agree, but that's okay. Feel lucky to have a job in the theater at all. It's so hard to get by in the entertainment world. So I'm putting before my foundation here. I actually really love this stuff, and I'd forgotten about it. I started to point it out earlier, and then I got distracted. It's this Pore Professional. It's called, I think. Let me see if I can hold it up here. Sorry, the bottles.
Why do they come up with such stupid names? Pore Professional.
I know, but it does do a good job, I feel, of sort of making your skin smoother, so that when you put your makeup on, it like sits on your face more evenly and doesn't like sink into anything. But
professional.
But how's your week been? I haven't seen you since our performance last weekend.
I'm really fed up with Tinder. I can't stand the conversations, the kind of people you meet there. But I had a fallback and another Tinder date, whatever you call that. A Tinder disaster. And you? What about you?
I've sort of given up on the online dating thing. My week's been pretty uneventful. Just, I think I looked over some possible auditions that were coming up for other productions once this ends. But I'd like to be dating, but my experience with online dating so far, I feel like this used to be my color and now isn't, which is distressing. If I just blend it out a little bit, is just that people who don't work in the industry, don't really understand the way we have to live our lives. Like we can't go out on Friday and Saturday nights because we're performing, and no, we can't just take the night off for a special occasion. And people are just so impatient nowadays and intolerant of sort of any inconvenience or whatever else. And I feel like I just prefer to talk to people in person, someone who understands me.
Yeah, that's
Maybe.
part of our job. Performing roles, and I'm doing the same nonsense on weekends as well.
Right, only you're not getting paid for it, and you want to be able to be yourself when you're not on stage, I think. At least I do. It's like I don't want to play just a different role than what I play on stage. I mean, being human is nice and all, but even there, like I just want to be able to be me, Emerald,
Yeah, but what would you actually like to do in weekends?
Oh, I like so many.
Weekend for you?
When I'm not too self-conscious, I like to sing. So sometimes I'll go to like a cabaret night with an open mic or a piano bar, and just have, like, I don't like to drink too much, but just enough, like a social thing, and then sing a song or two. All the better if someone wants to do like a duet or something, or go to another theater show. Like there's so many great shows in town, and obviously we can't be in all of them. So I feel like getting to see that is good. But also just, being around the house and doing, just chatting with someone and getting to know someone better, like in a genuine way. It's looking beautiful, by the way. I feel like your eyeshadow is really like setting off your outfit, and I really like it. I feel like I should do contouring. They always say I should do contouring, but I'm so bad at it. Do you have any like suggestions for how I could do it better?
I've never seen bad contour on you, so I disagree strongly.
Well, that's very kind. Thank you. I don't.
Yeah, like, well, if you go to cabaret again, you could take me with you.
I would love to. I didn't know you were interested.
I think I've never done it. So what is happening there?
It's, all kinds of
like 20s style.
There are all kinds in town. That's one of the good things I think here is that that there isn't just like one venue or one anything. So you can kind of pick what you'd be interested in, what kind of stuff. Oh goodness, that's darker than I expected. See, this is what I was talking about. I always feel like I want to do contouring, and then I look like weird. But yeah, what kind of things would you be interested in seeing? I can look for something.
Well, something what excites you. I'm curious. I'm dating the same kind of boys for 3 years now, and I'm just bored. Everybody wants to look perfect, like going to the gym 5 times a week, and every little part of your body which is not perfect is criticized. Everybody talks about top 10 pop music.
Yeah, especially when I'm not in a production, I really try to get away from that kind of thing, because I feel like it's so toxic, and
yeah,
I don't, like being on stage all the time. You're under such scrutiny. Why does it look so dark on one side and not on the other? But
it's the light. It's just not perfect here.
Yeah, well, I think once he finishes upgrading them, we'll all be in better shape, probably, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember when I was like first doing this, the makeup person like told me the spots that I was supposed to contour, and then I immediately forgot all of them, of course. But yeah, I think that that culture you're talking about, it feels very toxic to me. Like, you can't be who you are and look the way that you look. If you're, sorry, I dropped something.
Or
If you're also trying to meet this standard that like someone else has set and that isn't necessarily, you know, something that you would even pick for yourself. Like, how do you know that you've matched it if you don't even 100% agree or know what you're looking for?
do you know what you're looking for?
I mean, luckily in this show, I feel like if I can get away with a little bit weirder stuff with the alien thing, but I don't know. There's that whole like sort of Hollywood thing going on with the like, you know, big pouty lips and big eyes and tiny nose, and I think faces are interesting and different body types are interesting. All right, let's have a go with the blush and hope for the best here.
Oh.
I'm going a bit overboard, but I just want to make sure people can see it. Me looking like I just ran a workout here.
Oh, yeah. Treat yourself well.
Like that.
Oh, Emerald, you will look great.
So sweet. Thank you. This has been a really good run, I feel like. I think you and I are really well matched. Like, there's definitely no one else I'd rather be on stage with, as a rival or otherwise. I feel so comfortable performing near you, and like your acting is so consistent, and I feel like you support me as an actress. You know, like if I were to forget a line or something, I feel like you would be able to prompt me without going out of character, and you would be looking out for me, which is, you know, it. I feel like it should be a given, but it isn't. Like, you really go out of your way. And I like that a lot. I think we need more of that in this industry, to be honest. So I'm just doing a bit of highlighter, but do you feel like it's doing anything? I don't know. I have like a highlighting palette, but this has never been my strong point, to be honest.
I just skipped that part. Go straight to the most flashy stuff,
Yeah,
but I mean,
I'm trying to do it in the order that I think I'm
supposed
to. But I don't know.
As a space captain, I can do whatever I want anyway, I think, and with you being my arch enemy, all the attention is on you anyway at some point in the show.
Okay, let's see. Let's do a highlighter here, and then the setting powder, and then I can actually get on to the, you know, doing of lipstick and main stuff. So I figure since I'm doing the alien thing, I'm going to be like a little bit weirder with like, this is like a shimmery but multicolored highlighter. So it's not as traditional as some. Like, it's got bits of green, and I'm just sort of highlighting all over the place to give myself a bit of an otherworldly glow, if possible.
Yes.
But I should probably get to doing my main features before we run out of time.
You know what I would love to do?
One day we're going to have to do each other's makeup.
I think I could imagine tonight after the show going to this jazz club down the road.
Is there a jazz club right down here?
Yeah, it's nice. It's actually quite nice, and it's super open-minded folks, queer and fun people. No tourists.
Wonderful. So we could just go like even in our stage makeup and not have to
like
do the whole thing. That's great. I'd love to go.
Star of the evening. Well, let's see. If our performance isn't that good, maybe we're not in the mood. What do we do then when it goes all down?
Drink or something and commiserate.
Yes.
But I can't imagine it will go badly. Like I said, whenever you're on stage, I know that I'm in good hands. So, all right, let me do some eyes next. Oh, I love the lipstick with the eyeshadow. Such a contrast. Great. So I'm
Going full in now.
someone just gave me this. It's an
What is it?
eyeshadow primer potion. It's supposed to like keep your eyeshadow from creasing and keep it on. I don't know if it works well, but I figured I might as well try it.
Ah.
You might just smooth it out with my finger. It doesn't really come.
Oh, yeah.
But, I know that I usually blink too fast after putting on makeup, and then I've got like a line that shows up here. So hopefully this will help it kind of stay in place a bit more. But
I think I will borrow that.
oh yeah, absolutely. You'll have to let me know what you think, because if it doesn't work well on me, that doesn't necessarily mean it's not a good project or product. It might just be that I'm doing it wrong, because makeup has never been my strong suit, you know. Milo.
Yeah, you. Well, if you compare to your singing, everything has to fade.
You are so sweet, and I am not going to object.
Just blessed with you as a partner.
Maybe tonight, if we'll go to the jazz bar, but if we come across a place where we could sing, maybe we could like sing a little duet together just for fun. Milo, be quiet, but where's my eyeliner? If I can't find my eyeliner in a minute, could I borrow yours?
Yeah, sure.
I always misplace mine.
Over there. In this
Thank you.
drawer. Yeah.
Okay. I swear, I just had it like really not that long ago, but I really need to organize my makeup drawer. This is ridiculous. This one work? I'm good at this one will work. All right. I always hate tight lining, but I feel like if I don't, my eyeliner just won't work, because I have such weird, like my lash line is so odd that if I don't do tight lining, you can just see my skin.
I put something on my hand. Now I need to clean.
So do you go to the
same.
club?
The last 30 minutes before we go on stage have started, and that's the moment. Exactly, always 30 minutes before when I get nervous.
I sort of feel the opposite. Like I start to get the adrenaline rush. I love being on stage so much that I get antsy, even if I'm not done with my makeup. Like right now, like obviously I don't want to go on stage while I'm in the middle of putting on makeup, but I love performing so much that the closer the performance gets, the more like antsy I get. And whenever we have a hold, like if the line at the box office is too long or whatever else, I get like just so feisty. But I used to get a lot more stage fright, and I think because I don't sing anymore on stage, and that was my hush bud. I love the stage manager's dog, but he does make it a bit difficult to have conversations sometimes. He's so fussy.
Next time the dog gets some makeup.
Don't tell the stage manager you know how he is.
Have you seen this?
All business, no pleasure.
No, it's broken.
Of course, I agree. The show must go on or whatever, but come on. Let's have a little fun.
Emerald, this is my new... Wait a second. This is my new glitter silver lipstick.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Goes perfectly over the other one.
Now, what do you think? Do you think I should try to like match your makeup, and then sort of it makes our rivalry more poignant, or do you think I should
totally lose against you if we match each other? Don't do that again to me, please. Not, no.
Oh, for Pete's sake, I can't.
Oh, yeah.
And I just drew all over my face like I was doing. One of these days, when I'm famous, I'm gonna like hire a makeup person to do my makeup so that I don't always just scribble all over myself. But I think my eyes are uneven, and that's why. It's like I think I'm putting on my eyeliner evenly, and then it's like just completely wonky. I'm trying to go for a sort of dramatic, villainous look with the eyeliner being so like thick and wing-tipped and whatnot, you know?
Yeah. Egyptian aliens.
Just sort of like an imposing, like, you know, I feel like the pointiness of the wings is kind of a...
Mm-hmm. But
I don't
I'm a
know.
space captain. I can do that too. Because I have been to the Egyptian planet.
Is there an Egyptian planet? Our show is so funny.
I don't know. Maybe in the next part of the show they will make an Egyptian planet just to reuse the stage material from this other show.
I've seen them do stuff like that in this theater. It always makes me laugh. Where I'm like, I know that set. That was not originally the balcony for this. That was,
Yes.
you know, but hey, you know, if it means that we get into paid productions, then fine. So,
What
all
else
right.
do you want? Yeah.
I'll try to make this slightly less, but I'll fix it later. I'm thinking of doing like a colored liner on top of the black liner, just to give it like gold or
Black gold. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
please. I want to
Let's see if I can find it. Just to really highlight the dramatic shaping, maybe. But so this jazz club, do you go often?
Well, once or twice I've been there. I mean, I have been twice, but the second time I wasn't there for long, and yeah, then ended up on the toilet and spending more time on the toilet with this Sam, you know, this guy who was working backstage. Not anymore. I don't know if you met him.
I think I met him briefly, but didn't really talk to him much. Were you seeing him or?
That night.
Okay.
I'm not inviting you to the jazz club to repeat anything what happened that night.
I appreciate that. Since we do have another performance tomorrow night, it would not be so good if I ended up incapacitated. But
ooh, what do you think of me? It wasn't that bad.
just based on your story with of the last time, I wouldn't want to, you know.
Oh, yes, I remember.
No, I think it sounds like a great way to unwind after the show. I get so wired from performing, you know.
This gold is amazing. Oh,
Thank you. I feel like it catches the stage light really well, you know. I'm so pale that if I don't really like go out of my way to make my features stand out, I think they just get lost.
Yeah.
My costume is like sort of a weird shapeless bag thing, so if I don't have good facial features, what am I? I'm just like a sack of potatoes on stage. I might put like just a smidge in the inner corners here too. But you're so much bolder than I am with the colors. Yeah, never been good with color on eyes.
With the colors, yes.
I mean, I have a whole palette of colors. I don't know if you think I should try one. I feel like it's not going to look good because I'm not good at it. But I have this like palette of like a million eyeshadows.
What is that?
It's just like
you
a
have
rainbow palette. Some are sparkly and some aren't. But I could put on maybe like a bit of a gold shadow above the gold eyeliner, but like a little deeper, maybe like a bronzy gold, just to deepen that effect. Or do you think I should go bolder?
Well, if you want to have a chance against me, because it's,
let's see,
25 minutes left before stage, which means
fast. Well, I'm glad that
what I'm paid for.
That's not the only reason you're here. It's just the icing on the cake.
Okay, but here comes the oil. I always spill it on my trousers. Another reason to stay in costume after the show.
Let me know if you need a hand applying any of it at some point.
yeah, after the show, I could always need a massage. One day I want to play at one of those theaters which have their own massage people there.
Oh,
That'd
heaven.
be amazing. So much oil.
I'm jealous that you even have the sort of physique that people bother to put oil on. I think with me it's a lost cause.
I think it's even healthy.
Is it? Is it like argan oil or one of those that's good for your skin?
It's original Sicilian olive oil.
Huh.
Yeah.
Just olive oil. What do you know?
So that smell isn't a part in our shows.
Yeah, I mean, I can smell it. It smells good for me. I'm so glad that our stations are next to each other because, playing rivals in the show and all is lovely, but I enjoy talking to you. And if we only sort of had the show time in which we were rivals and didn't get to chat, right?
Yeah.
That would be sad, I think. Right. I'm gonna add a little bit more eyeliner or eyeshadow, I think, because I'm just not feeling what's happening here.
You look like a queen.
Thank you. What would I do without you before shows making me feel like I have a reason to be on stage and I'm not just, silly for even thinking anyone should look my direction. I mean, next to you, honestly. Even going out tonight, I'm sure I'll be a bit nervous because, well, look at you.
Because, well, yeah.
I mean,
it has been a while since we had the opportunity to have so much time just with ourselves.
Yeah, I've missed when we used to spend a little more time together because of the way our schedules were working out. So it'll be a really nice thing to return to, I think. But I do always feel self-conscious when we go out because just all the eyes are on you because you're so gorgeous. It's unfair. Some of us are just trying to make a living over here,
Yeah.
Hard to get noticed around someone like you, but it's worth it. I think that's enough for eyeshadow for now. Starting to feel like
Let me have a look. Oh, yes.
Okay.
That is great, yes.
And then no, I think it's too bold. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna do my brows last because
Yeah.
my mascara last because I always get it in my eye. And so
if I may ask you one thing.
Sure, of course.
Because you see me all the time on stage. And do people stare at my ears? Because they are a little bit larger than other ears, and I'm afraid that people just think I'm Dumbo.
No, not at all. I mean, like, I understand having insecurities about things. I have plenty of my own, but like, you have so much going on. I don't think it would ever occur to someone to look at your ears. I mean, not to be uncouth, but I feel like there are enough aspects of you that catch the eye that your ears probably don't come into play. Oh, I hate doing brows. I need like one of those stencil things. But yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I can't imagine anyone staring at your ears, and I certainly have never seen it. Why did you get a note from the director or something? Because he's kind of a jerk about that stuff.
It's not directly, but like when he's insisting on that I don't put my hair together, but to always keep it open, I think he's like implying.
I don't think it's about your ears. I think it's just about you having you have such long flowing locks. You know what I mean? I think contrasted with the oily chest and everything gives you a very, I can't think of the word, but I think it's more about that, overall look of wild masculinity, which I guess most people wouldn't associate long hair with masculinity, but I think in the way that you do it and the way it fits with everything else, that's probably more what that's about. It's just the natural masculinity there. Do you think my brows look okay? I hate doing brows.
Let me have a look. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, not too unnatural, but also not too thin.
No, totally aristocratic. That's how I like them. There was a time when I was like plucking my eyebrows, and because I considered them too large.
No, I don't think so at all.
It was like such a pain, and for nothing.
Yeah, I don't think that's even
Somebody's expectations.
So I like this. I don't know if you've seen these yet.
Oh, let's have a look.
Shaping lip liner. It's actually like a clearish white, and you put it around your lips before you do your lipstick, and it stops it from like feathering or bleeding at the edges. Which I am terrible about.
Oh.
So you can't really see it, but what you can see later is that I don't have like snakes of red all around my lips, because it's really easy for me to look clownish because I have such big lips. And so if I put on a lot of lipstick and then it spreads it all, I end up with this like giant clown mouth. But I mean, having big lips is nice sometimes. But
big lips are so hot.
Oh. But I don't know.
Big lips are like pouting lips,
It is.
Yeah.
It is good for a good pout now and again.
I want to make my lips bigger and bigger and bigger whenever I can. And as you can see, even with a lot of makeup,
right the way they are. Yeah, I mean, with the purple on, it's not like you can miss them. But I suppose I should keep getting. You're so far ahead of me. What color lipstick do you think I should
use? Time is running out.
Or should I go for something like more otherworldly? What do you think? Oh, that's a lovely scarf. Find my. Yeah, I know they said that I could either do like an alien color or a normal color for lipstick, and I never know which to pick. Do you have what do you think looks best? Like a traditional, red or something in that family, or like something sort of out there, like I don't know, a purple or well, you're wearing purple, obviously. Gray.
I think I would like to see a classic red, because it contrasts the alien costume you're wearing so nicely, while I, as the Terranian, the human space captain, I have this over-the-top fashion look in my space capsule. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
I think that makes perfect sense. Thank you. I've been wrestling with it. So I trust your advice implicitly.
No, I just need hair.
And not gonna lie, I like it when you like my makeup.
Yeah, and now I think we just have 5 minutes left before we need to get up on stage.
I know, I'm almost ready.
The theater ranks are filling.
Brighter or deeper?
Let me see. The deeper one.
They're similar, but the deeper one.
Same, but different.
It makes a difference, though. One has a little more of that, like, almost blood tinge to it, and one's a little more, like, out on the town, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I think it keeps it.
You've got to talk to the manager about that dog.
Now I look like one of the dwarfs from Snow White.
See, this is why we need to hang out more. We're hilarious.
But then suddenly the dwarf transforms into the prince, and Snow White says, "No, I stick with dwarfs."
I mean, no accounting for taste and personality.
Okay, you convinced me. We need to go to the jazz club tonight.
Yes, I think we're gonna have a wonderful time.
Yeah,
and I'm not even worried about
all the way
that wig.
Home.
Go grab my wig.
Yes.
But other than my wig issues, I'm not worried about tonight. I know it's going to be wonderful. And we're going to have a great time.
I need thicker lips. The last word on this competition hasn't been spoken yet. My lips will get bigger.
Well, I'm going to add some shimmer to mine just to glam it up even a bit. Because the eyeliner is so shimmery, I want to make sure it's, unless I can't get this open, in which case I won't. There we go. I have a purple glitter like lipstick topper if you ever want to try it. Like I love that color on you, and I feel like you could even bring it out more with like a matching shimmer. How late is the jazz club open?
Just 5 minutes. We don't even, I mean, it's pretty cold tonight, I guess. So we should have like a coder or something over us, but otherwise we don't need to change at all.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
And is it open pretty late?
As long as we need it.
I know we'll need to eat as well.
Oh.
So I want to make sure
the night nothing will be open anymore.
I know. That's the one thing with business, isn't it?
Pizza at home if you like.
Maybe after the club, if you're not too tired, we could just, have a bite to eat. Talk about the show and all the gossip here at the theater. Adding a little extra blush, I think it got lost in there.
Then we won't be able to go to the jazz club anymore, but I think that's fine for me.
I mean, we could do the jazz club for a bit and then go from there if we feel like it.
And then go for pizza.
That's true. I'm sure there's a pizza place right around here if we want to just grab a slice too. It doesn't have to be, one thing or another with a strict whatever. Oh, mascara. I knew I was forgetting something. I always forget the mascara. And I hate it. I would do false lashes, but the glue irritates my eyes so much.
What do you think about my lips now? My dear little alien, I will put you in
they're wonderful. I love the shaping.
I put you in
the great, like the deep V at the top. I love it.
Yes.
It's really cool. And the way your eyeshadow is going around your eyes, I feel like I really need to up my game. I don't think
they are natural, Oh,
I'm
so much my stage personally. Don't take everything too serious what I say. No, okay. So I'm just like.
I mean, we're in a space show. If we took everything too seriously, it would be a little bit.
Yes.
At least this
Cultural norms have shifted so much. Suddenly people can talk openly about everything in public.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah.
Which I think it's good. I think it's a sign that society is sort of loosening up a little bit. Personally.
Nobody's blaming anybody anymore for having alien sex.
It's good. Nothing like a little bit of good alien sex, I always say.
Yes.
Not that I'm implying it.
And I like this trend of grow your own genitals.
Swap. Like every other night, you get to pick who has the this or the that, as it were.
Yes.
All right, a touch of mascara, and then I'm going to go get my wig, and you have to help me make sure it's on straight, because I get so nervous about if it's on crooked and I don't know, and then I just have like weird hair for the whole show. So I'm going to need your help. Yeah, but it's like not alien weird. It's just like bad at putting on your wig weird, I feel like. You know what I mean? Like they're different, but we'll see when I get it on in a second. Let me just do the mascara. I wish I had better lashes.
Better lashes.
More like voluminous or whatever they say. But
make lashes great again.
Make that God.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like we're living through the worst timeline. But all right. So as soon as I've done my other eye, and I feel like this is even showing up, but whatever. As soon as I do my other eye, I'm gonna go grab my wig. You are like my wig person today, so
yes,
you will not lead me astray.
And I will have my pinky blue.
Oh, nice. Does that signify anything in your alien culture?
I'm ready to mate.
Oh, is it like that's how you signal to those of your kind that you're ready to pair off a bit?
Yes, to
I
exchange
want
pheromones.
a signal like that. That sounds like a good idea.
Like, ch.
Huh?
It's like, ch. Here you have my pheromones. Now we are done. We have sterile sex only nowadays.
I quite like it, really.
Everything else is just too dangerous.
Well, I hope that's just your alien culture and not how you feel in real life.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
not that it's any of my business. I just
No, actually, have you heard about slow sex? I
slow
like the
sex,
concept. Yeah,
like tantric sex.
like being like really taking your time with everything and calling it a
Things
night
that
whenever you feel like. There's no end point to be reached, but you just go your path and you just say, okay, that's where I'll stop today. I like that. I like
I
that.
like that too. I always like the idea that like you're there to enjoy being with the other person and like exploring their body and not worrying about like some end game who has this reaction or that reaction. It takes
Yeah.
away from the moment, I think.
We should
Let me
bring
go
that
grab my
concept to
wig.
theater, ending theater whenever we feel it's right.
I don't know how the audiences would feel about it, but it's certainly
Exactly.
an interesting idea.
They should be taught. And we could get our pizza earlier.
It's true. I'll
Do
be
you
right
feel
back.
ready to go on stage now?
Wait, I have to put on my wig. I can't go out like this.
No, you can't go without your wig. And I get my spaceship crew on. All right.
Well, not bother. You're gonna have to wish me luck because I can't find my wig cap. So I'm just gonna have to hope everything stays where it needs to be.
It will.
If it doesn't,
I tell you.
that's gonna be an adventure. Wait, let me see what you're doing. Oh,
Yes.
is that a new headpiece?
Yes.
I swear it doesn't matter what you wear.
This is my
Everything suits you
teleportation
so
kit.
well.
Oh.
Put my hair up this way in hopes that not having my wig cap will not sabotage the whole show.
No.
And then, all right, here we go.
Whoa. Yes. My favorite kind of alien.
The one with messy blonde hair.
Emerald. It's you again. We are ready to go on stage, I would say.
So, we. All right. Final wig check.
All right. Yes.
Well, Violet.
All right. Then
Nice.
let's wish us luck
Yes.
and see you on the other side of the curtain.
That's right. My favorite rival.
See you there.
Let's go out and be our beautiful selves.
Yes.
Take a quick pre-show selfie. All right. I'm going to be late getting on stage, but let's see. I'm going to show my scar thing. Okay. I have to send this to Violet. Sorry, I was being vain. Sorry.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh no, I'm
I'm
about
supposed to
to
turn my camera off, I'm sure.
hide Pearl.
I
Good
forgot.
to see you again. Oh, I haven't done my selfie yet. Where's my phone?
I forgot we were supposed to do them afterwards, so I'm afraid I forgot to turn my camera off. I apologize.
No worries.
But didn't want to miss the
I
moment.
do my selfie quickly, and then I'm back as Gerrit on, well, more or less back as Gerrit.
Sorry, but
So recording.
I love the hair at the side of the scarf. I know we're out of character now, but
All right. Yeah, cool. Yeah, but we can't put the makeup on so quick, off so quickly. Yeah. Thanks for playing, Pearl.
oh,
That was Makeup Moments,
thanks for having me.
and I had a fantastic time with you.
So,
I would say we stop the broadcast and talk quickly with out of camera.
okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
So goodbye, audience, and see you next time for Makeup Moments. And I put my makeup picture on soon on Instagram and the Gauntlet Slack, at least.